Hey, and welcome to Daily Love TV. I'm your host, Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com. And if you may have remembered a couple months ago, we had our dear friend Dylan on who, well, he didn't give the best advice. So he's been doing the training, and we wanted to invite him back onto Daily Love TV to talk about our topic today, which is all about the confusion between masculine and feminine roles in our society. So I'd like to welcome Dylan. Dylan, come on in, man. Take it away.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy to be back. Thank you, Mastin. So this week, I want to clear up some confusion about the masculine versus feminine. From a guy's perspective, you know, oftentimes we have this confusion of, why am I not attracting my soulmate? Why is this woman that I want, she's not in my life? Well, I have a tip for you men, and a big tip is have her pay at dinner. You know, give her the check. Show her that it's okay for her to pay, and really just kind of sit back and just, you know, let her come to you.
You have a long way to go, my friend. A long way to go.
What do you mean?
That's just, we'll talk later again. Okay, just, we'll talk, okay? That's not,
Sure.
that advice, that's not what I told you to say.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why it's not working. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, right? Okay, let's go to it. Let's go to it. Who says that? Hey, this is Mastin Kipp, founder of The Daily Love, and welcome to Daily Love TV. Today I'd like to talk about a topic that has a lot of confusion. You know, I've done events all over the world, from Bali to Sydney, Australia, to London, England, to Hamburg, Germany, New York, Miami, LA, Vancouver, all over the world. And this topic has equal confusion everywhere I go. Now, before I dive into today's topic, I just want to invite you to come with this content, come at this information with a child's mind, with a new mind. You may have heard, you know, certain stuff around this topic before, and what I say may trigger you or it might upset you. So if it does, just notice that, because there actually could be a really powerful lesson in it. So what I want to talk about today is the role of the masculine versus the role of the feminine. Now, when we hear masculine and feminine, we tend to think that those are genders, like male and female. That's not actually true. A male person, like me, who's a male, has both feminine and masculine energy inside us. Same thing is true for women or female. Women have masculine and feminine energy. And so what I want to talk about today is mostly for feminine people, not just women, but anyone who's in the feminine, which is this sort of trend that I'm seeing. And the trend is this: you're looking for your soulmate, you're looking for romance, and for some reason, you either can't seem to keep a masculine partner, or if you are in a relationship with a masculine partner, you don't respect the masculine partner. And in many ways, maybe you're roommates, maybe it's passionless, there's no sex, there's no connection, there's no intimacy, and you just kind of occupy the same space. I've seen this trend. Now, this trend applies not only to straight relationships, but gay and lesbian and bisexual relationships. So it doesn't discriminate based on your sexual preference, but there's a reason why this has happened, and it's basically a lack of polarity. A lack of polarity. What does that mean? It means that we got to have masculine and feminine energies. And when you have that masculine, feminine, those opposites attract. It creates friction. It creates that sense of intimacy and passion that we yearn for in a relationship. And here's what's happened. We have a whole generation of feminine folks who have been raised to not rely on the masculine, not count on the masculine, to not trust the masculine, and to do it themselves. And many of these people are women, and they've done a great job of becoming very successful in the workplace. Maybe they're, you know, high 5 or 6 figure, maybe 7 figure earners. They're rocking their own business. They're making it happen financially. They're crushing it. They're doing a great job. But when they get home at night and they put their pillow on their bed, that little girl comes out and she's like, where's mine? Where's my guy? Where's my presents, right? And not my presents like gifts, like presents like the physical presence of the masculine. And this continues. And then we have folks who are in the same way, that same feminine presence, but they come home and they're in the relationship, but It's like roommates. It's like passionless. It's just might as well just be best friends or just, co-occupying the same space. And why has this happened? Here's why this has happened. We've had a lot of women become very powerful, which I am all for. I believe the Dalai Lama was correct when he said, the world will be saved by the Western woman. I believe that to be 100% true. The Daily Love is read by 93% women. I'm a huge fan of, empowered women, but here's the rub. An empowered woman is not a female acting like a male or acting like a masculine force. There's a time and a place to use masculine energy to, cut off emotion and make it happen, to drive through, to push through, to achieve, to go. That's a masculine trait. And both men and women can do it, but here's the problem. Most women, if you had the bell curve, most women have a feminine core. That is, on the inside, they're feminine. They want that vulnerability. They have emotions. They're up and down. They're flowing. There's all kinds of movement internally with women. But what they've done is they've masked it, put on a masculine mask, and are acting masculine both at work and in their relationships. And so what that's happening is you have basically, instead of having a masculine and a feminine force, you have two masculine forces which repel each other. And so how do we start to unravel this? Well, I want to tell you that an empowered woman is a woman who understands the power of the feminine. We're scared of the feminine in our culture. We're scared of the vulnerability. We're scared of the compassion and the empathy because we equate it with weakness. But that's not true. Brené Brown reminds us that when you lead with vulnerability, it's a very powerful thing. In fact, not just in our personal lives, but also managers who lead with vulnerability say, you know what? I have this problem. I can't figure this out on my own. Can you help me? Can you help me with this vulnerability? Get more stuff done. Create better working environments. Create better products and, better outcomes. So here's my invitation today. Look at your life and feel this idea of the masculine, right? The masculine is driving. The masculine is tension. The masculine is about achieving. And that's necessary in life. We need that to, when I'm here filming, doing daily love stuff, fully in my masculine, right? When you're working, when you're building your business or you're going to that work, whatever you're doing, that's fully in the masculine. But if you're a feminine being, can you take time to switch so that when you get home, you step into more of a feminine role? Can you take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour to take some time to decompress, to let that feminine part of you back out, that vulnerable part of you back out? Because here's the reality. We are attracted to in a partner what we're not. So the masculine is attracted to the feminine because the masculine is tense. The feminine is flowy and intuitive. The masculine is so tense that when they see that beautiful, compassionate, empathetic, flowing feminine, we're attracted to it. And the same thing is true with the feminine. The feminine is attracted to more masculine things, and that's what creates that passion. So if you're having a hard time, keeping the respect in the relationship and you're not respecting your partner, see if you can actually let them lead. See if you can actually let them open the door. This is not some 1950s patriarchal BS. It's just that when the masculine partner opens the door, literally the testosterone increases, the oxytocin increases in the feminine partner. That creates biochemistry for passion, right? We know that you can open the door, but it's not about that. We know that, you could pay for the meal, but it's not really about that. It's about getting back to our core, our dynamics. So if you're a feminine person with all these masculine tendencies, what could be some ways that you could allow yourself to slip back into the feminine? How could you lead with vulnerability? How could you lead with a little bit more of compassion or empathy or intuition, which are very powerful feminine traits? Please let me know in the comments below how you're going to embody more of the feminine and let it out so that you can lead with the feminine rather than always being with the masculine. The Daily Love community is a group of seriously loving, caring folks. Hit up thedailylove.com and leave your comment and join in on the conversation and meet and support these amazing people. Also, we publish a rockin' daily email full of inspiration from me and all kinds of amazing experts from around the world. Head on over to thedailylove.com and sign up for our email to get these awesome daily doses of love. Also, if this video has been inspiring, please feel free to share it with family, friends, people that you care about to brighten their day. And also, subscribe to us on YouTube so that you get notified on our next update. As always here at Daily Love TV, take action and make it real. I'll see you next time.